Thank you, everybody. There's so much going on. We got Facebook Live over here. Donovan's
YouTube
Facebook
Live. No, that's YouTube Live.
That's YouTube Live. Okay, well, hey, YouTube. And then ultimately we have a video here that's going to go on YouTube. And then we have the podcast. So hello to everybody. How are you?
You're getting your message out.
Right. What, five cameras and stuff at a time. All right. And so anyway, I also like to say thank you to Donovan throwing rocks and high in his hands, Sadiq. As always, he makes all of this possible. He is my co-host partner in crime. Here to answer questions and stuff.
Or clarify some things.
And clarify some things, because we're not always right, but we ain't always wrong either. Hey, Dee Dee, how are you? Long time no see. And so we have a lot of topics going on today. I actually asked everybody on my Facebook feed or line or whatever you call it, timeline, if they can help me out with some topics, because as always, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I didn't want to select one myself. And so as always, you guys delivered. And so I get started. I don't see Ben on here yet, so hopefully he'll come in because this is actually his question.
Real quick before you even start, I would like to say...
And I'm going to show you guys Donovan really quick because you guys...
And don't be afraid when you see me. Don't be afraid.
That's Donovan Sadiq.
Quickly before we start,
okay.
We are on News from the Edgemont on YouTube because I do not know the password to Demetra K YouTube channel. I know it's Al's gal. I don't talk to
yeah, I say, give it out to everybody. Why don't you?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Did I change it?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out.
But next week, we'll be on your YouTube channel.
Well, it doesn't matter where it's at as long as we're somewhere.
Right.
So anyway, like I said, we got a lot to discuss, and this topic actually comes from Ben. Ben Knight, who is a friend of mine on Facebook. Now, he says, okay, when is it be okay to off cops like they do us? And he puts disclaimer. These are the thoughts of Ben Knight Jr. and don't represent the thoughts of Demetra K.
Gotcha.
Hey, Athena. And I'm glad that he said that, which it is what it is. And so, unfortunately, we have seen another unarmed black man get murdered by police officers. Stephon Clarke was his name. He lived in Sacramento. I think it was early last week. He was shot 20 times by Sacramento police officers as he was in his grandmother's backyard. They shot him 20 times. I think they said they shot him within 3 seconds of them approaching him. They never even told him who they were. So as far as he's concerned, he's probably running from, I don't know, somebody was trying to do something to him. Real quick, I had to cut you off.
No, okay. People got to understand this. He was shot 20 times, and after he was shot, they let him lay there for 5 minutes.
Let him lay there.
Without even, if you're going to shoot somebody, at least render aid. Nope. It's obvious he was not moving. He was not.
You can hear them saying, "Are you okay? Did you get hit?" Or trying to converse with him. Like you just put 20 bullets in this dude, and now you want to know if he's can he respond to you? Like, what's really going on?
And then
here?
When they did get to him, they handcuffed him. A man.
And then they lied and said he had a gun. Okay, no, then they thought it was a crowbar because somebody was running the neighborhood, breaking into cars.
If it was a crowbar, windows. How does that justify you shooting?
Agreed. It doesn't match. The 20 bullets in the crowbar seems kind of fair, right? So then ultimately they found out it was his iPhone. Now, from the helicopter footage, they could see that he had a phone, but for whatever reason, they weren't corresponding with each other, and they just unloaded on Stephon Clarke, and the rest is history. Right.
Well, and also this is a very, very, and these people, their parents are going to get paid. A lot of people, other people than us, are saying, well, you see the whole video, he's justified. When you are on your property, the police have no justification to come on there and do what they want to do.
How do you justify shooting somebody 20 times?
Even if he had a gun in his possession, he's on his property.
I mean, how many people, and I'm going to go ahead and say how many white people have lived to tell about it after killing 17 kids at a school. Right. Or, Dylan Roof. These people, going to Burger King. So it's not like they don't have a protocol to deal with people. They just choose not to for whatever reason.
But I want people to
we know what the reason is.
Yeah, but I want people, especially our people, to understand when you are on your property, the police do not have a la Blanche carte to come on there and do what they want.
But do they know that, though?
The police?
Yeah.
They do know it, but because they prey on our ignorance of the law.
Well, okay.
That's what see some police say, let me see your ID, and people just give it up. You don't have to identify yourself.
And I understand that because I do believe that ignorance of the law is a thing. However, Tay, I do believe, because we've seen black people, recite the law or say this is against the law, and they end up murdered. Right. So to me, if these cops ran into his backyard without, asking permission or whatever the protocol was,
they're not supposed to be there.
They went on killing him regardless of what. If he said, listen, it's against the law for y'all to be here, they were still murdering him.
Right, absolutely.
Right. And so, so that's the story on Stephon Clarke. So again, another dead man, another black man, unarmed black man has been murdered by the police. And so now, we got to wait to see how it plays out. Now, to continue addressing, and I'm going to get to all you guys' comments, addressing Ben's question. You wanted to know when is it okay to start offing police officers like they off us, okay? So before I answer your question, Ben, I would like to say this, and I'm going to read my notes because I got a lot of them. Dr. Claude Anderson lists in his 5 that black folks must do, in order to not become extinct, is to control. But this is the truth. Is to control the courts and police system. We do that by practicing group economics. Currently, we as black people earn about $1.3 trillion a year, but we give 97% of that away to other communities. In addition, we don't vote as we should in local and state elections.
Yes.
Now, Glenn Ford of the Black is Back Coalition and Black Agenda Report says that black people must control and determine the regarding what the police do within our communities. Now, the police must work with and for the people. Not community policing, because that's still controlled by the police, but community control of police, because that is controlled by the people. Now, do you guys remember Ferguson, Missouri?
Yes, Missouri.
Missouri, okay. In 2004, Michael Brown was murdered in cold blood by a police officer who was ultimately found not guilty. His name was Darren Wilson. Now, during that time, Ferguson was predominantly a black city, and it still is, that was governed by mostly whites, except for the one black city council member. For lack of better words, Ferguson was operated like a plantation, okay? Now, in 2018, the city manager is black, the police chief is black, and 3 of the city council members are black. The number of black police officers has more than doubled too. So to say things have returned, some say that things have returned to normalcy in that black people are not being harassed and seen as a source of revenue and racially profiled before the changing of the guards. Now, before that, the white police was fired because I guess in some emails and correspondence, it came out that they were making a lot of racial jokes and
of course
comments about the black people that lived there. And they also said that the black people there they were joking at it, but serious, were a source of income because the more we harass and ticket them, the more money the city makes. Mind you, it was predominantly black. So now that's changed. Right.
But how do you, and that's how they keep us in poverty too, because how do you keep ticketing poor black people and we got to pay $400 a ticket, whatever. Right. That's money out of our pocket and we never move out of our circumstances.
That was their hustle. And so now that's changed because they say things are changing. And the black police officer, he's saying, it's obviously takes some time, but we don't have those issues. People are now just getting pulled over for speeding or, the
obvious
the normal stuff. The city manager is also black. They just had an election. They could have elected their first mayor, but the previous, or the incumbent, rather, white mayor won. However, the city manager has more power than the mayor. The mayor's ceremony.
The mayor's ceremony. Right. It's just like what we have in this city here. We have a city manager that runs it. We had a city manager that made more than the president of the United States. Damn. That's where the power
Moreno Valley?
In Moreno Valley. Ghetto Valley.
Golly.
$523,000 a year.
To do what?
Manage the city.
Okay.
Oh, let me give a quick shout out. Today is my big brother's birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Smoke.
Why is that important? Because statistically, if you're a black man and you make it past the age of 21, you made it. You made it. So he's done that twice over. So he's 49 years old, a half a century next year. And he made it. So happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday. The reason I said all of that to finish off Ben's question of when is it going to be okay for us to start offing police officers the way they off us, it's never going to be okay. And we just know that
Yeah.
it's never going to be okay. Nobody's going to give us a pass and say, well, they shot one of you guys. Now you guys go shoot one of them. That's never going to be okay.
President Trump has reversed the Obama era of giving military weapons to these local police stations. You're going to remember the old Batarang and these old tanks. So now the local police forces are now authorized to take military equipment, go into your neighborhood, and be an occupying force.
But we knew that was coming, though. Right. We knew that was coming. And so the reason I read all of that about Ferguson, because Ferguson was, as I said, a plantation. But by voting in, I mean, how do you have predominantly, I think it was 97% black in the city?
Right.
How do you have that many black people and you have
no power.
All white overseers?
No power.
Right. And so what they've done was they went to the polls and said, okay, we never want to have a mic down take place again under our watch. We want to be in control of that. And so they changed it around. And so that's what we have to do. We have to start practicing group economics so that we can police our own. It's because you figure if another police officer, let's say a white police officer, or another race comes in, they're not going to know how to deal with us. They're going to be more technical by the book, and in some instances, a lot of them say they're scared, because of all the stuff they hear about black people.
I feared for my life.
Right. And so the first instinct is to shoot to kill.
Right.
And
why are you a police officer if you're afraid of the very people you're policing?
Well, I mean, because it gives them an excuse,
Right. But why become a police officer?
It's a license to kill.
Yeah.
It's a license to kill. And they know they'll get away with, oh my God, I fear for my life. I saw him reaching for a gun.
That's all you got to say.
Oh, he didn't have a gun. Oh, he had a gun. I mean, the lady, Betty, whatever, the white lady, police officer that shot the guy in broad daylight on the freeway and got away with it.
Yep. And then she got rehired by another police station.
What these black police officers need to start understanding is, I can't remember the police officer's name. I think his last name was, I can't remember his last name, but the black police officer that shot the white lady, unarmed white lady.
Oh, yeah.
He has been charged with murder.
Right.
Where they do that at?
Right.
I thought he was a police officer. Blue lives don't matter?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And so I get to you guys' comments. So Dee Dee, you say hello. Oh, let me go all the way back before I get to that. All right. And so Ted says, listen, cops are free to kill unarmed black men with abandon and glee. This is black ass reality in the U.S. I shouldn't limit it to just black men. It's black women and children as well. They are free to shoot to kill until it's a white woman. Exactly what we just
now why isn't Tay on this show right now?
Come on, Tay.
So I can get behind the camera. Y'all could just chop it up between
Tay.
both of y'all.
You got an invitation. And so Dee Dee said, oh, hello to you. And
hello.
Nancy, what's happening, girl? You said your hair looks nice. Thank you so much.
Right now, Demetria, to me, looks like her mother.
I look like my mama?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people say you sound like your mom.
Yeah, very beautiful woman. Very beautiful woman.
And then, and so Dee Dee gave a thumb. And Al, what's happening, baby? Say you are rocking a new dude. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the beautiful dark-skinned Janelle Monáe.
Oh, right, there it is. There it is.
About all of that, but thank you.
Hey, I got me one too. I'm trying to date Dee's little sister. So
Tay says she's cooking dinner.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
She's got things to do.
But what I'm saying is, Tay knows. She's very well versed in a lot of stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
And she started with us in the show, and I know she got married because Tay's still honeymooning because she was at the BBD concert. And look for her on our show during the week. So.
Absolutely. Hey, Ralph, what's happening? And so I don't see Ben on here, like I said, so hopefully he'll watch this back and he'll understand that it's never okay to kill people. We're never going to get a free pass to kill police officers.
Much less white people.
Right, you're right. You're not getting a license to do that. And so it's better off that we start practicing group economics, self-love, and start really controlling our own policing and influencing politics in the court system, as Dr. Claude Anderson asked us to do, because we are on the very verge of extinction. There is nobody that's coming to save us. Nobody cares. Well, I'm trying not to post about a lot of police shootings and stuff that we see.
I do.
Because, to me, it becomes like, okay, well, who are we saying to? Whose minds are we trying to change that there's a problem? We know there's a problem. Mm-hmm. We keep trying to convince the powers that be, oh my gosh, just please listen to us. Stop killing us.
I got the answer.
What's the answer?
If you vote for the Democratic Party, we're going to work that DACA angle for you. We're going to...
No.
You don't not the Democratic... I'm with her.
No, we can't be with her.
Why not?
She ain't with us.
Thank you. Point, mic drop. Gotta go.
We can't be with her. So, I mean, there is, I would like to like get a magic pill or something to say, let's all dream. All of our problems will go away. Our problems are going to go away when we make them go away. Plain and simple.
We have to solve our own problem.
Hey, Samuel, what's happening? I think I got your topic up next. You say, greetings, sister. Do you think also that the shooting of Mr. Clarke was used as a distraction from the Austin bomber? Anything's possible. Because, a lot of times we hear about things being a distraction. I don't know if you're trying to say that maybe they murdered Steve Clarke to create a distraction.
Which is possible.
It's possible. I just don't know.
By the way, the Austin bomber, he had a mental illness. So it isn't he intentionally went out and was killing Negroes.
Right. They called his ass though when he started killing white people.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's always, the white kid is always it's a mental illness issue. Black people, we're just savages.
And you guys know with the Austin bomber, that little nice American white boy picture that we've been seeing, Austin bomber, that wasn't actually what he looked like. He was some rugged looking dude with some shaggy blonde hair.
He had tried to disguise himself.
But they put that picture forth of this all-American white boy so we can sympathize with, oh gosh, he was just really having some emotional issues here. But the fact of the matter is, like I said, they called his ass when when two white boys got blown up. Or I don't know if they were what they were, but they were white. And that's when it's like, okay, we better get serious now,
I'm on the show. Didn't I tell my son that I'm doing the show for the next 2 hours, and yet he still calls me?
They don't listen.
These millennials.
Hey, Amanda, what's happening? You said I just had a discussion with a black married man.
Is that my booth?
Married to a white woman. Can a black man who is married to a non-black woman be fully conscious? And you know what? Somebody else asked me to, Billy. He asked me to talk about that, and I absolutely, but I'm going to answer you that question right now. So basically you're saying, can you be pro-black and married to someone who is not black? Honestly, a lot of people will argue or say no. Because they'll say the most pro-black thing you can do is love a black woman or a black man. Now, I agree with that. But, I mean, I don't think that, to me, it's just kind of hard to answer because to me, it's to each his own. As you guys see him kind of stumbling over the answer. Yeah. Because I know that I've been with black men, my whole life. And so I can really just speak for me. I can't tell a person who is married to somebody who is white that's not pro-black because that's not for me to say. But people have defined it as pro-black means being with a black man or a black woman. So, and
you were with a black man.
Yeah. I mean, I've only been with black men.
No, I'm talking about Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, yeah, Big Daddy Kane. Now, I was going to say he looked like
Big Daddy
Markey.
Moses. Yeah.
Now he looks like Biscuit. So, I mean, I hope that answers your question. To me, it's its own. You want to follow the wider definition of what it means to be pro-black, then no. But if, like I said, I can't tell you if you're married to a white man that you're not pro-black. You might be pro-black. Mm-hmm.
Why should you be happy because you married that white man? And my point is, whoever you love is who you love. That doesn't stop you from being
it's who you love.
Yeah, pro-black, pro-Asian, whatever you're in.
Right. And he says, and the Austin bomber was from a good Christian family. Sure Lord have mercy. Is that what telling us too? Mm-hmm. He was from, it's not unbelievable because a lot of Trump supporters are good Christians.
Yes.
Look at this. Not we, because I don't have TV, but everybody's anticipating the interview of Stormy Daniels.
She isn't going to give up much.
She's supposed to be dropping all the details.
No, because she's still under that gag order. So, what it is, what I think is going to happen with that is she's going to drop something salaciously. And it's like they're trying to provoke him to break that end of it. But real quick.
No, go ahead.
I want you guys to think about that. Now he's saying that this is a hoax and it's politically motivated. But they've got documents where his name is involved. How do you say, I had nothing to do with it, and the documents already say that that's you?
Right. And then isn't another woman that came out?
Yeah, she was a Playboy model.
But those are good Christian people.
Good Christians.
Good Christian people who
good
are
morals.
backing and supporting and explaining all the holes.
Yeah.
Right. These women are, they're just they're liberals and they're working the liberals. And
that's why I love Republican women. You know why? Because they don't believe that for a woman should get equal pay for equal work. I love Republican women.
Ralph, you said posting may have helped some see what we have been saying for years. No, I agree. I'm not saying we shouldn't post about police brutality, but I think it's why we're posting. Because I see a lot of people lamenting about it. Look what they're doing to us. They keep killing us. They keep killing us. Okay, that they've been doing that since we've been over here, especially since the end of slavery. That the police department and patrols were created after slavery to keep us in fear and to keep us in check. Nothing changed since that point. The only thing that hasn't changed, or that has changed, is the way we think. We keep waiting for the establishment, the oppressor, white people to save us, and they're not going to do that.
Ain't gonna happen.
And so I hate to say it, it's sad, but there's going to be another police shooting, and one after that, and one after that, until, see, they're not afraid to kill us because they know we're not going to do it.
There's no consequences.
No consequences. Those Negroes give 97% of all their money away. They have nothing. They basically own nothing. They are dependent on a lot of the system. And so what are they going to do? They're going to march.
Right.
They're going to, maybe jump on a car or two. And then after that, we're going to kill somebody else.
And what's sad is other cultures come here and they have the same attitude. They pick up the same attitude.
Absolutely.
Like, what? We can really treat these Negroes like shit?
Absolutely.
So.
And then, so Samuel say the mental illness was white supremacy. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But when we say the false idea of white supremacy, because they really believe that they have the right to do those things and they're justified in doing things like shooting people, bombing a black neighborhood. That's, he was sick. Something was wrong with him. And Al, you say the only black cops I ever trusted was Ronnie Collier and from Mission Impossible and Moses Hightower from Police Academy.
Wait, what about Barney Fife from Mayberry? He only had one bullet.
Okay. And then Nancy said, it's okay for me to raise 3 African American. You said, I think you meant, is it okay for me to raise 3 African American children? Well, to me, I think that's for you to answer. Listen, I'll say this, and I will repeat this until the day I die. I hate to hear and see black people cry about other races adopting or raising black children. Because my thing is, well, how come you didn't beat them to it? If you're so concerned about the welfare and livelihood of black children and them being adopted by other races, then why didn't you beat them to it? Why were they in the system in the first place since you're so concerned? We got out of the habit of, well, I don't like when white people or, Mexican people or, Asian or whatever adopt black people and this, that is not. Okay, well, let me see your application for some adoption.
Right. And then we got to stop getting caught in the welfare system, borrowing our kids and our kids and put them for the tax return. So just go and adopt you some legal kids, right?
I mean, if
I know it sounds crazy,
but if you're really concerned, we can't complain about one end of it and not be proactive, right? And then Samuel says, being with your own is best, but in the 60s you had interracial couples and they both were on the side of the oppressed and against the oppressor. Today, they're like ostriches hiding.
Yep.
Hiding their heads in the sand to the current problem of color line. And that's another issue people will say in regards to being pro-black or not being pro-black, is that white people or anybody else who's not black in their relationship, they do have the benefit of saying, you know what, y'all, I'm going to leave that to y'all. I'm going back over here because I don't have to deal with that. So they got the option of being involved with the black community and then going back home if they want to. And so I do agree with you on that. And Kasim, what's happening? You say hello. Al says, my stepdad was a Republican, and I told his piece at the motel she gets equal pay if she does more than equal work. Lord have mercy. You said,
any video to look at?
Okay. In a minute. Right. Hey, Ben, I just covered your topic. I
don't want to say this to all our listeners. Now, we strive to get away from black people colored time. Okay, so you got to be on time. We try to start on time. I'm on D all the time. So let's.
Am I getting better?
Yes, let's break the generational curse. Just kidding, Ben. Good to see you.
Yeah, Ben. So I just covered your topic, but and I'll refresh it really. You said when is it going to start being okay for us to off police officers the way they off us? I went through a whole list of things. I talked about Ferguson, Missouri, and how they've changed their thing around by voting people who are representative of them, because they are nearly an all-black community. Before they had an all-black community with all-white overseers being city council, police chiefs, and all of that. So they've changed it around by getting people in there that look like them that are going to hopefully serve better interests. That's plain and simple. And practicing group economics, as Dr. Claude Anderson says, and Glenn Ford, they both say that we need to control and operate the police and the court systems, and of course that's by, money and power. That's how you do it, right? And then so I'm going to move on to the next topic, which happens along to Samuel X. Clarke. Now, he wants to know if we are living in a time of separation or death. And so let me ask this question in reverse to you guys. How has integration, I always say that wrong, been working out for us so far? Have we reached equality? Have we obtained real black wealth?
Destroyed us. Go ahead,
Have we been given justice under the integration system and under the laws of civil rights? Well, I think we can all agree that the answers are no.
Failed.
Okay.
Failed experiment.
So now to answer the question, we are dying now. So why not separate? Marcus Garvey was trying to get us to do that back in the early 1900s because we were going through the same issues as we're going through today. Mm-hmm. And 100+ years later, here we are. Okay. So it's like at some point in time, we have to just understand that, the integration process, I don't know what it worked for. Because to me, there's laws that say we can't, kill you, even though they still do. We can't separate you. You can't, we can't tell you not to go to this restaurant, which I don't understand why anybody would want to go into a restaurant that doesn't want you there. Because for one thing, you're probably doing something real ill to my food. Mm-hmm. So I probably don't want to eat
Jazzy Rowe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why would I force that? Listen, I want you to serve me now. I deserve it. I'm equal to you. I'm a man too. I'm a woman too. You need to feed me. Yeah, I'll feed you.
Well, let's look at the same experience. You thought South Africa, and I know I've been keeping up on the South Africa thing. What's going on in South Africa? It's been over 20 years since apartheid and Nelson Mandela took over there. Mm-hmm. Still 70% of the wealth is owned by the white folks. So
right.
What changed?
Right. So, should we separate? Are we at the point of separation of death? We've been to that point a long time ago. They just gave us the false idea of civil rights. Okay, you know what? Let's give these Negroes something to pacify them, to make them think, okay.
If you think about it, it kind of basically deconstructed our identity.
That's what it was for, though.
To deconstruct
because these Negroes are getting wise, they're wising up, they're realizing
getting rich.
They're getting rich because they don't need us. And so they're learning unity. We never wanted them to be unified. And so that we have these Jim Crow laws and stuff. Right. They're unified because they figure, okay, well, if they don't want to be with us, we're going to be amongst ourselves, which is the right thing to do.
Good thing, like in Roots, if you learn to read, we would teach everybody in the community. And that's why they broke them up and said, the minute you learn to read, either they killed us or they shipped us off somewhere, keep us separated, stuff like that.
And then Usanga, I don't see him on here, and I'm going to get to you guys' comments. He says, if not now, when do we separate from this devil? And I mean, by any means necessary. And so, as I said before,
I would like to say there's a disclaimer my name is Donovan Sadiq, and the comments and suggestions by some others has nothing to do with me.
Howard.
I'm getting a federal check. That's why I got to be careful.
The time is now.
Yes, time is now.
The time is now. There's never, listen, because we keep waiting for, I think she's on her way. I'm not sure if she was telling the truth or not. But we keep waiting for everybody, or not everybody, but the oppressor to say, you know what? All right, now I know it's been 500 years. We haven't treated you right, but we're going to treat you right now. That's not going to happen. It's like they say, you got to teach people how to treat you. And no different from us as Black people. Not that we got to teach them how to treat us. We just got to treat ourselves better. And so I'll get to you guys' comments. And then Shante says, on my way. So we'll see if she's on her way. And Al says, Barney Fife was a white cop. I was talking about a Black policeman. Okay. And then Billy, hey, he says, I'm late. What's going on? I'm actually about to get to your comment in just a second.
CPT time. CPT.
Hey, Jonathan, what's happening? He said the South Africans just voted to take over all farmlands, including white owners.
Yes. Listen to us on Wednesdays. I've been reporting that for about 3 weeks now.
Yep, we talk about that, and on our YouTube pages, we have a lot of white South Africaners, painters or booers or whatever they call. They ain't happy with us at all. Mm-hmm. They're basically saying that the farmers, if that happens, that they're going to burn and tear up the land and destroy the homes. They won't leave anything left over for the black people.
And the Australians are opening up and saying, you guys can come over here because that country you live in is not civilized.
Yeah, right. So putting up a pathway for them to go over to Australia, which is like, bye, see y'all later. What else is going on?
And then some people here in the United States that Trump should open the refugees for them because they're oppressed over there.
And Trump ain't said nothing.
He said nothing.
Trump ain't said a word. He like, didn't I call them some shitholers not too long ago? I should have clarified I didn't mean the white ones. Right. They're also saying too, on our pages that black people, they're not going to survive long over there. They won't be able to. They won't know what to do with the land.
Right, and here's the thing, and I'm glad we have some intelligent listeners and things like that. The reason why these African states like Zimbabwe and Kenya and Somalia are failed states is because of the Western sanctions against them. It had nothing to do with the land. We taught them how to farm.
Absolutely. Well, we know that.
Yeah, we know that.
But they're trying to pull one over on
us. So our failure is done by outside forces that don't want to trade with us and all this other stuff.
They don't want to get the land. Right. I mean, export appropriation without compensation. Basically, they're saying go home and we ain't paying you. Right. That's what they're saying.
And it ain't like they don't have a home to go to. They have a home to go to.
Plenty of homes to go to.
Right.
Pick one. I think that's 10.
Oh, okay.
And then Samuel say the black man has no rights that the white man is bound to respect. The biggest mockery, jihad, to call us citizens. If we really were, we'd still be singing. We shall overcome. No, absolutely. Hey, Tay.
Hey.
Give Tay a chair. No, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, Eric, what's happening? And Ralphie say, people will treat us badly as we let them. No, absolutely. You got to teach people how to treat you. And we have been just joined by Tay. You guys just saw her over here. She got her her lightning machine she got over here. Shantae, she's here.
I live a swift 7 minutes away.
I'm gonna turn the camera so they can see you really quick. Okay, here's Miss Tay. She has just joined us, so you guys are gonna be hearing from her too. Okay, and so and then Billy, Australia are talking about taking the white people. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying, let them come over here because we're more civilized and we know how to treat people. And we're like, well, what are you waiting on? Get the boats or planes or whatever you need to do. And that's right. Africa is our land. And then Al, you say, if the restaurant trying to keep black people out of their establishments, then Walmart must be doing the same thing about hiring the grouchy, lazy, oh my God, black women with a nasty attitude. You know what?
Door greeter?
You ain't going to even address that one. And Ben says, integration was the worst thing that happened to black people. It has not benefited us all. Look how long we've been fighting, marching, protesting for basic civil rights. All you say, go off for TV, nothing. Let's see more. Ooh, you wrote a novel. We're not speaking their language. We're speaking peace while the powers that be speak war every chance they get. They only understand two things, loss in finance and loss of life. I am at the point where I'm tired of asking, begging to be treated fairly. So F it. They won't let us live anyway. I say, let's take some of them with us, Lord. Here comes his disclaimer. Disclaimer, this is the opinion of Ben Knight and does not represent Demetri K. or Donovan or Tay. And Tay jump right in
my
here.
federal check. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm down if it comes to my money.
Yeah.
But is he a double Muslim? They can't wait to see Allah.
What's a double Muslim?
A double Muslim is a person that can't wait to see Allah and want to take you with them.
I don't think Ben is a double Muslim. And Tay jump right in whenever.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Jump right on in. Hey, Ronald, you said that's what's wrong. No justice, peace, or equality. Modern day slavery handed down from our oppressor. No, absolutely. They have given us the illusion of, well, you have some civil rights now. Go be happy. Just take it and be happy. You can drink with us. You can eat with us.
Give us a couple breadcrumbs.
Yeah, all of that. Right. And then just cool out. And then Kasim, he says, your camera is crooked, huh? Is it crooked?
A little bit.
Oh.
Is it?
That's because I keep turning it. How about that? Maybe it's me. No. Maybe I'm crooked. I do apologize for that. I don't know what I can do to straighten that out, but bear with me. And then Samuel says, those countries sound like Gandhi who called Africans keepers. Yeah, Gandhi was a lot of people. We've been taught that Gandhi was this. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he was for peace and all this other stuff, but he didn't like black people.
Most Indians don't.
Yeah, he was on record saying that basically we are him and Indians and just everybody in general.
But their culture is a caste system, a class system.
Right.
So
they cast us way at the
right.
We're on the bottom of the social class.
Mm-hmm. Abdullah, what's happening? He says MLK was bad for us. I'm moving out of America. Where are you going? Maybe we want to come to. And Donald, hey, we gave you a birthday shout out about 15 minutes ago. So happy birthday to you. Enjoy your first birthday. Turn up for the rest of us. And then Ralphie says Australians treat their Aborigines badly as well. Mm-hmm. Right. So they want to treat the Aboriginal people bad, but then they want to bring over some more white people and treat them better. It's like, okay, whatever. And then Al says double Muslim is pork-free meal at the soul food restaurant. There's something wrong with you. So, you got anything to say, Tay? Or
no?
Okay, just jump on in. I'm here with Tay and Donovan, you guys. So I'm going to go on to the next subject that comes from Mr. Billy Wynn. See, you were right on time. All right, so you said, don't forget about Byron Allen buying the Weather Network. Okay, so Byron Allen bought the Weather Channel for $300 million. Blackstone Group, Bain Capital, and Comcast. Originally, they purchased it for $3.5 billion in 2008. However, they did not sell Allen the weather.com site or the mobile apps. But Allen brought it anyway because he said he was attracted to the familiarity of the brand. Allen also owns Entertainment Inc. The company produces television shows and films. It also owns comedy.com, Car.tv. Those are both distributed online and through pay TV providers.
Right.
As I was watching the Bloomberg Network report about the acquisition, I noticed that the news pundits were hating. They were basically saying that Byron made a mistake by purchasing it because other people looked at it and the numbers didn't really match up, and people don't watch TV anymore anyway. And so they were just plain old hating, basically saying he made a mistake. It's not going to do well.
Right. A quick correction. Mm-hmm. It wasn't purchased for $300 billion. It was purchased for $300 million.
No, he purchased it for $300 million, but the original owners.
It wasn't billions. It wasn't in the billions then.
That's what the Bloomberg said.
It wasn't in the billions.
$3.5 billion.
It wasn't in the billions back then. We weren't even dealing with billions back then.
Okay, well maybe they made a mistake.
Yeah, they made a mistake.
I'm just going off my research.
Right, so it wasn't $300 billion, and nobody's going to have a network that's weather for $300. You can't make any money off of that. Number 5, 6, and 7. So that's gonna be
they did say too on during my research that a lot of people do turn to.
No, they do. But what I'm saying is, the weather channels don't make enough revenue to be worth 300 in the billions. That's what I'm saying.
Well, and to that point, they were saying too that he made a mistake in. I guess they're saying that
purchasing the website and stuff. Yeah,
is more lucrative because
right.
most people check the
smartphones and things like that.
But Byron Allen's not a dummy.
No, he's not.
They did liken him to Tyler Perry in that he owns his own production studio and he's made major moves.
And for those of you guys that don't know some of the work that Byron Studios puts out, it's a lot of the court TV, daytime TV shows is what he's behind.
Especially Gloria Allred.
Right. Judge Maybelline. Yeah, Judge Maybelline and things like that.
But he also, his production company has had some award nominations because of his Emmy Award nominations.
Like some movie called 47.
Yes.
Yeah, and We the People. There's a whole bunch of other stuff.
And for us old fogies, if you don't remember Byron Allen, he was a young comedian in the 70s. Yes. What was that show? It was, I think, Real People or something like that. Yeah, something like that.
I'm sure Al would know. Where is Byron Allen from? Okay, and so Donald says, thank you, love y'all. We love you. And Billy says, your camera is good. And Gandhi was a bitch. He sat upon his Bible.
Yikes.
Wow.
Ooh.
Gandhi
We're going to take your word for it. And Abdullah says, I'm building a house in Honduras in West Africa. Come on, Demetri K. We can grow our food free of chemtrails and pesticides. I'm on my way. I just got to bring Al with me, and and our kids might want to go too. Can I bring my daddy? And Al says Byron Allen is buying the Weather Channel. Is he trying to make it rain? No pun. Yeah, he's trying to make it rain. I believe he's got. I don't think he's just going to do weather. I think he's probably going to extend it,
diversify,
and do some other stuff.
Now we talk about Oprah Winfrey and what a multimedia mogul she is. She isn't making moves like this. That's why I tell people Oprah is not a billionaire. She is nowhere near it.
I take your word for it. I just know what I read. They say she like 3 billion strong.
And okay, so if she's 300 billion strong, you
not
don't
300, but 3.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think where she made her money was when she was preying off the white women.
No, absolutely. No, absolutely.
And then with OWN and Studios and all that other fun stuff. And then when she dumped Harpo Studios and moved out to Cali, she's in Montecito, with Orange Grove, all this other wonderful stuff. She kind of dibbles and dabbles there, but I think that's where she made the bulk of her money.
Right. But basically what I'm saying is, as a multimedia person, you're out there doing deals and stuff. You don't hear Oprah doing these kind of deals.
No, I don't think that's her lane per se. I think she does whatever she feels like throwing her money at.
Still.
Well, you see that house in Montecito.
Oh, yeah. That's just one of them. Mm-hmm. And Billy says, oh, Lord, this nigga has been on TV since 1978 with real people.
Real people.
See, I forgot Billy is a TV aficionado now, too. He said, which was a show on ABC. Ask the buddy next to you. Okay.
Fran Tarkenton was on it. That white woman, I forgot, Sarah Purcell.
I didn't know nothing about this stuff. I didn't get to watch a lot of TV. And then you also say he was set up to Jimmy Walker and Jay Leno when he was 14. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, y'all really know y'all stuff. Mm-hmm. And Donald says, wasn't he on air? That old show, That's Incredible? Was he on that?
Yes.
That's Incredible.
I used to watch That's Incredible. I don't remember him on there.
He'd be a blurb on there, but he was on there.
I never remember. I remember the 2 white men, the blonde lady. Yeah, and they were like, that's incredible. Mm-hmm. And have people doing pretty gross things on there. And then Billy say, plus he never gets old. Yeah, I mean, he looks good. Hey, Arson, how are you? He says, thank you for the information, guys. I really didn't know Byron Allen. A lot of people probably really didn't. And as Tay and Donovan said, he's behind the Clarke TVs, and which I didn't know that. I didn't know he was that big. Yes.
He's also done a couple of really good documentaries at Entertainment Studios. There's some that I didn't even know he was behind, so I'm actually quite impressed.
I'd be interested in knowing what those
are. He did Hostels. He did that one documentary.
That horror movie Hostels?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Chappaquiddick.
Mm-hmm. Chappaquiddick was the most recent.
Yes, Chappaquiddick was the most recent one. And the lovely young girl from Blackish. He did a sitcom. It was like First Family or something. It was a black sitcom.
Yeah. It used to come on Channel 9
Shahidi
on Saturdays. Yeah,
the young girl that just got into Harvard or Yale.
She has Grownish. Is she on the show Grownish? Okay.
She was also on a sitcom that was produced by
I had no idea. Byron been working behind the scenes.
And starring that was Bill Bellamy on that show. Right? Didn't he star in that show?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't think that was him.
And John Lovitz.
I know who you're talking about.
He's like a sports agent.
And Al, you say Byron Allen also hosted the NBC show Games People Play, where Mr. T was discovered.
Yes.
News to me. I just thought Mr. T just happened to be on, what's the name of that show?
A-Team.
A-Team.
No.
I'm paying the food.
It says Oprah is a billionaire. Oprah is a powerful feminist. If she becomes president, she will put all niggas look like me in jail. I better speed up my moving process. Shaking my head.
All I gotta say, if you're claiming to be a billionaire, see your taxes, and that'll put it to rest.
I don't think Oprah would have a problem with that.
Yeah, but why would Oprah lie about that?
She got no reason to.
But I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying, don't tell me nothing until I see your taxes.
Well, true.
Oprah ain't got a lie to kick it to you.
Unless you're trying to play Stedman number 2.
Okay. Right, which I can do.
So you might have to show her your income taxes.
Look, I'll tell anybody I'm broke.
Yeah, right.
I'm broke. Now, Tay is balling.
No, I'm not.
Tay is balling.
No, I'm not.
And I out her.
She said, I don't talk my money, okay? Al says, Oprah's Harpo Studio is drag. Who wants to keep hearing her play the Swan song?